So it is Transformer Thursday today, and we have the big Transformers Rise of the Beast final trailer drop today. It's a big one. It's something that I teased about over the past year of a certain character being a big part of this movie and moving the story forward. And we're here today to talk about it and all the crazy stuff. Let's talk about the final Transformers Rise of the Beasts trailer, the Unicron trailer. So I'm going to kind of just, we'll just go through it, break down some pieces and parts and little things to note. First thing to mention, we have another hip-hop track remixed for this trailer. For the first time, for the first trailer, we had Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy that was remixed for it. This time around, we got DMX's Rough Rider, Stop, Drop. So that's a common theme across the trailers thus far. The trailer opens with the Maximals talking about being hiding on Earth for centuries and clearly hiding from Unicron. There's this whole bunch of backstory that we're not going to get too deep into, but let's just say it's kind of explained visually on the screen because we get a shot of the transwarp cell on it. The Maximals know something about Unicron in his past that the current 90s Autobots do not know. And that's going to be the whole hook with the story here. And of course, we get the big money shot. Bam, there he is. Planet mode, about to eat a planet. Unicron, looking amazing. As we would hope. Makes us wonder if we're going to get a toy. Good time to use that trademark again after the HasLab. We get Noah getting carjacked again by Mirage, as we saw in the previous trailers, and then brought to Optimus Prime and Bumblebee in their little hidden HQ in 1994 Earth. We see Battletrap attach some hooks to the back of Nightbird to use to swerve him around. The Nightbird toy has little hooks on the back, so that's a nice little connection there with the toy that is out there currently, at least the mainline version. So there's a little bit of toy aesthetic. And speaking of more toy aesthetic, we also get this money shot, this half transformation of Nightbird, which almost kind of markets the Flex Changers, if anything. It's kind of funny how that works, but we get a little half transformation. Don't really see the robot mode very well. We also see Scourge, Battletrap, and Nightbird emerging from the New York waters. This is kind of a continuation from the first trailer where we got to see their planet fall. So now we see them coming out of the water and their arrival, probably launched from Unicron. We get to see, well, at least we get to hear for the very first time Michelle Yeoh's Airazor voice. We knew that she was going to be voicing the character. Now we get to hear it for the first time, and pretty good. I like it. Airazor is going to play a bigger part in the movie later, but stay tuned for that. We get more Unicron shots, including his eyes. So we kind of suggesting that this big planet-eating thing also has a robot mode. Again, keep in mind this is for the mainstream audience that aren't familiar with these characters that are day-to-day for us in our fiction and lore. We also get to hear for the first time Peter Dinklage's voice as Scourge, so that's a nice touch too. Again, he's going for that deep, gruffer voice that we hear with a lot of the stuff that he does in movies and television. So pretty cool too. A bunch more action shots. We get to see Unicron consuming a planet to give like the general audience this idea that this character, without a doubt, is powerful and important. It's probably going to be some kind of explanation of his history and his origin, hopefully. We get a whole bunch of Terracons fighting the Autobots and the Maximals. We get to see either what's a Scorponok or a Sandspear, one of the other Scorpion kind of Terracons getting crushed by Optimus Primal. We also see Cheetor attack one of them, and it's cool because you kind of have this audio mix of what sounds like Cheetor's old Beast Wars cartoon transformation mixed into Cheetor fighting, so that's pretty cool. We see RC riding on the back of Rhinox, and then she jumps off, and she's dual-wielding these two blasters. Her Studio Series toy only comes with one blaster, so I guess you might have to buy a second one to get the dual-wielding RC with two blasters, unless they make a better RC figure later. Then we have Mirage giving Noah, the human character, some kind of Cybertronian gauntlet, very similar to what the kids in the Transformers Earthspark show has. But this armor looks like it's almost like kind of like Iron Man, where it just engulfs his body and it makes some kind of like armor all over himself. And then you see him riding on top of Bumblebee, creating some kind of mayhem. So a little bit of Transformers Energon kind of kicker thing going on too. Also, pretty cool. Some little things to kind of note. I think we saw the character of Reek that we've been reading about for a split second. There's a scene where there's a character that looks like the actor in a car, so it's possible that that's him. We did not see the Autobot bus transit that supposedly is going to be in this movie, but again, they can't show everything in this trailer. And I mean, I'm pretty sure there was some Terracon freezers in the background, but I mean, it's such a busy action scene that wasn't too clear on the screen. After the trailer dropped, the Transformers Twitter account posted some new stuff. They posted 2 brand new posters. Again, we're getting more posters of the individual characters, and now we have a poster here of Scourge with Unicron in the back, looking real good. That's a really nice looking poster. And another one that has a majority of the Autobot and Maximal cast, not all of them, with Unicron in the sky, and it's so much invoking Transformers the movie 1986's poster. I just really like that. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's a nice little homage if it is, a nice little feel to that with Unicron making his true movie debut instead of just his suggestions in The Last Night. So that's pretty cool. They also mentioned that Unicron will have a speaking voice, and it's going to be played by a voice actor and stage actor by the name of Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo, from what I'm familiar with him, because I had to look him up, he played Eddie the Dragonfly in BoJack Horseman, so I'm pretty sure if you watch that show, you might be familiar with that voice, but I'm pretty sure that's not the voice he's going to use. As well as the character of Styles, who was a reoccurring character in the American Dad cartoon. So those are 2 that I'm familiar with. I'm pretty sure people are yelling at the screen going, no, he did this, and it's amazing. I'm pretty sure he did. But so at least we know that Unicron will have speaking roles, and we have a voice actor now associated with it. And I just hope that he does a real good job, because Unicron is hella important. So this is pretty exciting. There's a lot going on here, and the trailer looks good. I know that, some people were worried about this movie and stuff, but look, we got Maximals, we got Unicron. If they just line up the story properly, we could have something that could really build to future movies and continue this story. I mean, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of characters to keep track of, but as long as a coherent story is put together and everything is lined up nicely, we could have something really awesome here and really get back into Transformers being in the mainstream with, again, the movie audiences that have kind of lost Transformers over the past 5 years. Marvel movies have kind of taken that focus. Even DC was trying to muscle in on that. And now we have, even now with the success of the Super Mario Brothers movie, there might be even a more focus to video game stuff. Where does Transformers fit in this? Where does it fit in this for Hasbro and stuff? So let's see how this movie does. I hope it does well. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see it. And let me know what you think, but I mean, Unicron is a big thing, something we've been waiting for a while now, and I guess it took going all the way up to movie 7 to finally get Unicron, but better late than never, and I hope he's done proper, and I hope the design of the robot mode, if it's shown, is crazy awesome, and who knows what this could lead to, both from a toy standpoint and also from a fiction-telling standpoint. Very cool stuff. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk again real soon here on the Transformers Slag podcast, because I think the reveals from Hasbro officially are far from